Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Tech News with me, ByNirmalRaj. And without further ado, let's get it started. Now the first news for the day we get from Samsung. Samsung launched its new device, the Samsung A7, which is the first of the devices to have triple camera. Now this phone was launched last week in India, and this is one of the first phones from Samsung to have triple camera technology integrated into the phone. Now the main highlights of this phone is it has a 6-inch screen, a 24 megapixel front-facing camera, a 24 megapixel front-facing camera, a side-mounted fingerprint sensor, and has Dolby Atmos audio technology. The phone comes in two variants. The first one is the 4GB RAM with a 64GB storage, which costs around 23,990, and the second one, which is a 6GB RAM, 128GB storage, which costs about 28,990. Now the phone comes in three colors: the black, the gold, and the blue. The phone comes in three colors: black, gold, and blue. Now talking about the phone itself, now the phone has a 24 megapixel camera with an f1.7 aperture, an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera with an f2.4 aperture, and a 5 megapixel depth sensor with fixed focus and a f2.2 aperture. Now on the front, the phone gets a 24 megapixel camera with a fixed focus camera with a f2.0 aperture and an LED flash. Now the phone comes in two variants, that's the 64GB and the 128GB variants, both of which are expandable up to 512GB. Then other bells and whistles that the phone comes with are a 4G LTE with dual band Wi-Fi system, a Bluetooth 5.0, an NFC and Samsung Pay support, a GPS system, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. Now the phone also has a RGB sensor, and for the first time Samsung has also introduced a side fingerprint sensor for in terms of security for the phone. And the best for the last, the phone comes with a 3,300 milliamp battery. Now what are my takes on the phone? Well, the phone is brilliant. Out of the box, it's brilliant. But with the future, seeing this phone, I think the next devices, the next flagship devices that Samsung would introduce would be much better and would also integrate all the feedback that it receives from its consumers in regards to this phone. So we gotta wait for that. Moving on. Now in other news, we get a new headset from Sony. Sony introduced a new PS4 which is white in color. Now to match the new PS4, Sony released its new headphones, which is also white. Now the pricing of these headphones would be the same as the black ones, which would be around $100, and these headphones would be available to purchase from October onward. Well, if you're one of those stylish gamers, you would want one of these amazing headphones. In other awesome news, we have the new trailer for Creed 2 by MGM. We get another YouTube Originals video with Will Smith bungee jumping out of a helicopter. We get a bad lip reading of Hillary Clinton. We get a archery trick shot by Dude Perfect. Anything at all, links always in the description. Well, in other news, we have Apple back at it. So last month, an Australian high school student was found guilty for hacking into an Apple server and downloading about 90 gigabytes of data. And the student was given his punishment for his crime. Well, the hacker was given 8 months in probation, and the magistrate told a children's court that the hacking was serious, sustained, and sophisticated. But through the investigation, about 1 terabyte of data was recovered, which is way higher than the 90 gigabytes of data that Apple had originally estimated. Now, according to the investigation, investigators in the case recovered about 1 terabyte of sensitive information copied from tech giant system during attack, a prosecutor told an evening hearing. The teenager and a second younger boy had modified and copied large volume of data that was sensitive both for a privacy and commercial point of view, and showing a high degree of skill and persistence, the prosecutor said. Well, however, Apple's announced that no personal data was compromised from the teenager's hacking, and in terms of the disclosure of the hacking, the company had to say that the teams discovered the unauthorized access, contained it, and reported the incident to the law enforcement agencies. Well, ending it on a good note, we have Jony Ive. Joined Apple as a Senior Vice President of Industrial Design and later on became the Chief Design Officer for Apple. Well, as of yesterday, Jony Ive was awarded the Stephen Hawking Fellowship for his influential role in modern technology. Now, Ive has been the second recipient of this very award, and which was created last year, recognized contributions to STEM field and social disclosures. Now, during a ceremony at Cambridge Union, they announced that Ive, who is responsible for designing the iMac, iPod, MacBook Air, iPhone, and an iPad, is an honorary fellow of Jesus College. He holds over 5,000 patents, knighted in 2006 for his service to the design industry. To choose this year's Hawking's Fellowship, there were about 14 prominent figures in the field of STEM, from which 3 Cambridge academics ranked each of them. Now, Jony Ive would be, and during his first speech, he would be reflecting on his work at Apple and his vision for in the field of technology. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up right below. If you've not watched the previous one, don't forget to watch the one right there. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe right up there. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching and see you guys soon.